Welcome back to the channel Numisma Hub. Today's video, where we uncover the story of the 1984 Canadian $1 coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II. This special coin is more than just currency. It celebrates Toronto's growth as a modern city, with its stunning skyline proudly engraved on the reverse. From its nickel composition to its historical significance during Queen Elizabeth II's reign, this coin remains a cherished piece for collectors. Stay with us as we explore its design, history, and hidden value. Let's get the satire at top 4 first up. The 1984 $1 coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II belongs to the Canadian coinage series. This coin is part of the history of Canada's circulating and commemorative currency during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, who appeared on Canadian coins from 1953 until her passing in 2022. The 1984 issue holds a special place because it was not just an ordinary circulation dollar, but also a commemorative release. Design and obverse. The obverse of the coin displays a portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin, a well-known British sculptor. This portrait was first introduced in 1965 and continued to appear on Canadian coins until 1989. Around the portrait, the words Elizabeth II de Regina appear, which means Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen. The reverse of the 1984 Canadian $1 is very distinctive. It features the Toronto skyline and City Hall, design created by Emmanuel Hahn, showing the city's modern development. This design was chosen to commemorate the 153rd anniversary of Toronto's incorporation as a city in 1834. The skyline design makes the 1984 $1 coin stand out as one of the most visually attractive Canadian dollar coins. Metal composition. The 1984 $1 was struck in nickel. Its specifications: weight, 15.62 grams. Diameter, 32.13 millimeters. Thickness, 2.62 millimeters. Composition, 100% nickel. Unlike earlier silver dollars, which contained 80% silver, 1935 to 1967, by 1984, Canada was already producing these dollars in nickel for circulation. Mintage and circulation. The 1984 Toronto commemorative dollar was issued in large numbers for circulation. Mintage. Around 23 million pieces were struck. Because of this high mintage, the coin is fairly common and easy to find in circulation or collections, especially in circulated condition. Collector value. In circulated condition, the $1,984 usually holds slight value above face, around $1 to $3 CAD. In uncirculated mint state condition, the value can rise to $10 to $25 CAD, depending on quality. Proof or specimen sets from the Royal Canadian Mint can be worth more to collectors. Historical significance. 1. It reflects Canada's urban growth, celebrating Toronto's role as one of the nation's most important cities. 2. It represents a transition era of Canadian coinage, no longer silver, but still large-sized nickel dollars. 3. It connects to Queen Elizabeth II's long reign, during which she appeared on all Canadian coins for 70 years. Today, the 1984 $1 Elizabeth coin is popular among collectors for its commemorative design. While it doesn't have a high value of rare silver or era coins, it is an attractive reminder of Canada's heritage and the modernization of its cities during the late 20th century. White heavy checkmark in short. The 1984 $1 Elizabeth II coin is a Canadian nickel dollar commemorating Toronto's 150-plus years as a city, featuring Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse and the Toronto skyline on the reverse. It's common, affordable, and historically significant for collectors. Next up, the 1994 $1 coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II is a fascinating piece of numismatic history that holds a special place among collectors in Australia, Canada, and other Commonwealth nations where the monarch's portrait appears on currency. This coin is more than just a medium of exchange. It is a reflection of history, politics, art, and the enduring legacy of Queen Elizabeth II. To understand the 1994 $1 coin, we must first recognize that the $1 denomination has different forms depending on the country. In Canada, the loonie dollar has been in circulation since 1987, while in Australia, the $1 coin replaced the paper note in 1984. Both carry portraits of Queen Elizabeth II, as she was the ruling monarch and head of the Commonwealth realms. By 1994, Queen Elizabeth II had already been on the throne for more than 4 decades. Her portrait on coin symbolized continuity, tradition, and the crown's influence. The 1994 issues were struck in various mints with specific designs that distinguished them from earlier years, making them unique in their own right. In Australia, the 1994 $1 coin was a standard circulation coin made of aluminum bronze. It carried the famous 5 kangaroos, reverse design created by Stuart Devlin. This motif of lively kangaroos remains one of the most iconic Australian coin designs ever produced. On the obverse side of the Australian $1,994, the coin depicted the right-facing portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael Maklauf. This portrait was introduced in 1985 and continued to appear on Australian coinage throughout the 1990s. It shows the Queen wearing the royal diadem, projecting an image of grace and dignity. In Canada, the 1994 $1 coin was part of the Loonie series. The reverse side carried the image of the common loon, designed by Robert Ralph Carmichael. The bird is a symbol of wilderness and natural beauty, representing Canada's landscapes and heritage. The obverse of Canadian $1,994 bore the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, as designed by Dora de Pettery Hunt. This portrait was introduced in 1990 and depicted a more mature queen, reflecting her age and long years of service as Canada's constitutional monarch. In both countries, the 1994 $1 coins carried immense symbolism. They connected the present to the monarchy's centuries-old traditions, while also celebrating each nation's identity, whether it be the kangaroo in Australia or the loon in Canada. One fascinating aspect of the 1994 $1 coin lies in its commemorative issues. That year, several mints released limited edition proof and collector coins, often in silver, to celebrate historical events or anniversaries. These coins are now highly sought after by collectors for their rarity and fine craftsmanship. For example, the Royal Australian Mint issued proof versions of the $1,994, specially struck with polished dies and mirror-like surfaces. These coins were not meant for circulation, but were instead targeted at coin enthusiasts and investors who valued numismatic beauty. Meanwhile, in Canada, the Royal Canadian Mint was beginning to expand its numismatic programs. It issued collector coins featuring unique designs and special packaging. These helped make the 1994 Canadian dollar an attractive addition to any serious coin collection. From a technical standpoint, the Australian $1,994 weighed 9 grams, with a diameter of 25 millimeters, and was made of 92% copper, 6% aluminum, and 2% nickel. Its golden color distinguished it from smaller denominations. The Canadian dollar, by contrast, weighed 7 grams, measured 26.5 millimeters, and was made of nickel-plated orate bronze, giving it a distinctive golden hue. For circulation coins, the $1,994 was not considered rare at the time. Millions were minted in both Australia and Canada. However, today collectors carefully examine these coins for errors, varieties, and minting defects, which can drastically increase their value. Some error varieties of the $1,994 include off-center strikes, die cracks, double strikes, and planchet flaws. These mistakes make ordinary coins unique and highly desirable for numismatists who enjoy hunting for rarities in circulation. Market value for a standard 1994 $1 coin in circulated condition is typically equal to its face value. However, proof coins, error coins, and coins in mint state condition, MS65 or higher, can fetch anywhere from tens to hundreds of dollars, depending on demand and scarcity. Historically, the 1994 $1 coin also marked an era of transition in numismatics. The early 1990s saw the rise of global coin collecting communities, spurred by publications, exhibitions, and the growth of coin clubs. Coins like the $1,994 played a central role in connecting collectors across continents. The presence of Queen Elizabeth II on these coins also reinforced the cultural and political ties within the Commonwealth. Whether in Australia, Canada, or other territories, the coin was a reminder of shared history under Crown. even as nations grew increasingly independent in their governance. For modern collectors, the $1,994 represents both a historical artifact and a cultural symbol. It is a coin that bridges two worlds, the colonial legacy of the monarchy and the national pride embodied in local designs. Today, as Queen Elizabeth II's reign has come to an end with her passing in 2022, coins like the $1,994 have taken on deeper sentimental value. They remind us of her decades-long influence and how her image became one of the most widely circulated portraits in the world. In conclusion, the 1994 $1 Elizabeth coin is not just a piece of metal. It is history captured in gold-toned brilliance. Whether it depicts kangaroos in Australia or the loon in Canada, it tells a story of national pride, royal heritage, and numismatic artistry. Collectors treasure these coins not only for their design, but for the memories and meaning they carry into the future. Next up, the 1985 $1 coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II holds an important place in numismatic history. This coin belongs to the broader Commonwealth coinage system, where the portrait of Her Majesty was widely used on circulating currency across many countries. By 1985, Elizabeth II had already been on the throne for over 3 decades, and her likeness had become a symbol of continuity, stability, and recognition on coins around the world. This particular year of 1985 represents a period of transition in coinage history. Many nations under the reign of Queen Elizabeth II were moving away from traditional designs and experimenting with modern minting techniques. The $1 denomination was especially important, as it represented a key unit of value in daily commerce. In many cases, these coins replaced lower-value notes, making them more durable and cost-effective for circulation. The obverse of the coin prominently displays the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II. By 1985, the most common portrait in use was designed by artist Arnold Machin, which had been introduced in the mid-1960s. This portrait shows the Queen wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, an elegant symbol of monarchy. It is simple yet regal, giving the coin both a sense of tradition and accessibility for the public. The reverse design of the 1985 $1 coin varied depending on the issuing country. For example, in Canada, the $1,985 coin featured the voyageur design, while in Australia, the $1 coin displayed unique native wildlife motifs. However, the unifying factor was always the Queen's portrait on the obverse, reminding everyone of the Commonwealth connection. Each variation of the reverse reflected national identity and pride. One of the reasons 1985 stands out in coinage history is that it was a year of relatively limited production for some mints. Collectors often look for these lower mintage coins, as they tend to increase in value over time. For instance, some 1985 Elizabeth II dollars are considered rare today because they were produced in smaller numbers or issued only for special occasions such as proof sets. The composition of the coin depended on the issuing nation. Many 1985 $1 coins were made from nickel brass or copper-nickel alloys, which gave them durability and resistance to wear. These materials were chosen because paper currency in lower denominations wore out quickly, while coins could survive decades of circulation. This made the dollar coin a practical economic decision, as well as a collectible item. In terms of size and weight, the 1985 $1 coin was larger than most smaller denominations, giving it a distinctive feel in the hand. This made it easily recognizable in circulation, reducing confusion. Collectors today still admire the solid craftsmanship and the way these coins reflect the minting technology of their time. The circulation of the 1985 Elizabeth II dollar also ties into broader historical events. During the mid-1980s, economies across the Commonwealth were modernizing, and coinage had to adapt to new needs. A strong, dependable dollar coin was seen as essential for ensuring smooth transactions in everyday life. It became a familiar companion in pockets, purses, and cash registers worldwide. Another fascinating aspect of the 1985 $1 coin is its symbolic meaning. The presence of Queen Elizabeth II linked the coinage system back to centuries of monarchy and empire, even while nations were carving out independent identities. This blend of tradition and modern nationhood is one reason these coins are historically significant. Collectors today often seek out 1985 Elizabeth II dollars not only for their numismatic value, but also for the story they tell. Each coin carries with the memory of the 1980s, a decade of technological change, global tensions, and shifting economic landscapes. Holding such a coin is like holding a piece of living history. In Canada, for example, the voyageur design on the dollar coin continued to honor the fur trade and the early explorers who helped shape the nation. By 1985, this design had already been iconic for decades, and collectors recognized its continued presence as a symbol of heritage. In Australia, the $1 coin introduced in the 1980s depicted kangaroos, an unmistakable symbol of the nation. The 1985 release carried this theme forward, combining local culture with a royal portrait on the obverse. This dual imagery, Queen Elizabeth II on one side and kangaroos on the other, capture both Commonwealth ties and national pride. Mint marks play a crucial role in identifying 1985 Elizabeth II dollars. Depending on whether a coin was struck in Ottawa, Canberra, or London, small differences in detail can make one version more valuable than another. For collectors, these subtleties create excitement and opportunities for research. The condition of the coin is also vital. Circulated 1985 Elizabeth II dollars may only be worth face value, but those preserved in uncirculated or proof condition can command much higher prices. Proof versions, struck with special polished dies, are particularly sought after by serious numismatists. Errors are another fascinating aspect of the 1985 $1 series. Misstrikes, double dies, or planchet flaws can make a common coin into a rare treasure. Such error coins from 1985 have been known to fetch impressive sums at auctions, sparking interest among both professional collectors and beginners. Beyond their monetary value, these coins also hold sentimental worth. Many people keep 1985 Elizabeth II dollars as keepsakes, either because they were born that year, receive them as gifts, or remember using them in daily life. The personal stories attached to coins often make them even more cherished. Internationally, the 1985 Elizabeth II dollar coins reinforce the global recognition of the Queen. Whether in Canada, Australia, New Zealand, or other Commonwealth nations, citizens share the experience of seeing her portrait in their hands. This common imagery helps strengthen cultural ties across distant countries. As the years have passed, the 1985 $1 Elizabeth II coin has become increasingly collectible. With each passing decade, well-preserved examples grow scarcer, making them more desirable. Coin shows, auction, and online marketplaces all feature these coins, often with stories of their unique journeys. The historical legacy of this coin is undeniable. It captures a moment in time when nations were balancing tradition with modernization, and when coinage was both a practical tool and a symbol of identity. The 1985 $1 Elizabeth II coin stands as a testament to this delicate balance. In conclusion, the 1985 $1 Elizabeth II coin is much more than just a piece of money. It is a blend of artistry, history, and heritage. For collectors, it offers a chance to connect with the past. For everyday people, it represented value and trust in their economy. And for history itself, it remains a shining example of how coins can reflect the character of a nation and its monarch. Next up, the Australian $1 coin was first introduced in 1984, replacing the paper $1 note. By 1995, the coin had already become a widely used denomination across the country. The 1995 $1 coin continued the tradition of featuring Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse side, symbolizing Australia's ties to the Commonwealth and the British monarchy. Designed by sculptor Raphael Maklauf, the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II used on the 1995 $1 coin had been in circulation since 1985. This portrait presented the Queen wearing the royal diadem and was considered more elegant and regal compared to earlier designs. The 1995 issue retained this iconic design until a later portrait replaced it in 1999. The reverse of the 1995 $1 coin displayed the famous Mob of Roost design, created by Stuart Devlin, the official goldsmith and jeweler to the Queen. This artwork features 5 bounding kangaroos, symbolizing Australia's wildlife and national identity. The design became the standard reverse for circulation $1 coins. The 1995 coin was struck in aluminium bronze, a distinctive alloy that gives the coin its golden appearance. The composition is 92% copper, 6% aluminium, and 2% nickel. This combination ensures durability while maintaining a bright, golden hue that made it stand out from other denominations. The standard circulation 1995 $1 coins were produced at the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra. Millions were struck to meet the demands of everyday commerce. As a result, circulation coins are generally common, but higher-grade examples in uncirculated or proof condition are more desirable to collectors. One unique aspect of Australian coinage in 1995 was the ongoing production of commemorative $1 issues alongside the standard mob of Rus. While the kangaroo design dominated circulation, the Mint often released special designs to mark anniversaries and national events. However, the standard circulation piece remained a backbone of everyday transactions. The 1995 $1 coin is part of the series of coins that used Raphael Maclau's portrait from 1985 to 1998. This period is particularly memorable for collectors because it marked a shift toward more refined and modern representations of the Queen, contrasting with earlier, simpler profiles. Mintages of the 1995 $1 coin were high, meaning it is not considered rare in circulation. However, condition plays a vital role in determining value. Coins graded at mint state, or those found in proof, sets command a much higher premium than circulated pieces. The Royal Australian Mint also issued collector's sets in 1995, which included the $1 coin in both uncirculated and proof finishes. These coins were struck with extra care, polished dies, and special planchets, giving them a mirror-like appearance. Today, proof coins from these sets are highly valued by collectors. The year 1995 was significant for Australia as it fell during the reign of Prime Minister Paul Keating, and the country was deeply engaged in debates about republicanism and whether to remain under the British monarchy. In this context, the presence of Queen Elizabeth II's portrait on the coin took on symbolic meaning, representing the enduring constitutional monarchy. The 1995 $1 coin also reflected Australia's growing reputation for high-quality coin production. The Royal Australian Mint had by then established itself as one of the leading mints in the world, known for innovation and precision. Collectors worldwide sought out Australian coins for their quality and beauty. In terms of size and specifications, the coin measures 25 millimeters in diameter and weighs 9 grams. These specifications have remained standard since the $1 coin was first introduced in 1984. The coin's reeded edge adds to its security and tactile recognition. Although the 1995 $1 Mob of Rus coin is considered a standard issue, variations and errors occasionally exist. Misstrikes, off-center strikes, or coins struck with defective dies can significantly increase value. Collectors closely examine 1995 coins for such anomalies. The Maclau portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, used on the 1995 coin, is particularly recognized for showing the Queen with greater maturity and dignity. The diadem she wears in the portrait is the same one worn at her coronation, linking her youthful ascension with her long reign. Over the years, coins like the 1995 $1 have become part of everyday life in Australia, circulating in millions. Yet, as the decades pass, many are withdrawn, lost, or melted down, making higher-grade survivors increasingly appealing to collectors. The global coin collecting community has a strong interest in Australian $1 coins, especially because of the variety of commemorative issues. While the 1995 circulation coin is common, its role as part of the larger narrative of Australian numismatics makes it historically significant. By 1995, the $1 coin had already replaced the paper dollar note for more than a decade. Australians had fully adjusted to using coins for this denomination, and the coin's durability compared to banknotes justified its continued production. In the wider Commonwealth, the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on coins served as a unifying symbol, with similar designs appearing in Canada, New Zealand, and other member nations. The Australian 1995 $1 coin, therefore, is not just national, but also part of a broader imperial and Commonwealth heritage. Collectors today regard the 1995 $1 coin as affordable yet essential for completing a full series of Australian dollar coins. Its historical placement within the Maklauf era and its role in the transition toward later commemorative heavy issues get enduring interest. Ultimately, the 1995 $1 Elizabeth coin embodies both tradition and continuity. With Queen Elizabeth II's portrait on the obverse and Australia's iconic kangaroos on the reverse, it captures the dual identity of the nation, its heritage as part of the Commonwealth, and its proud embrace of native wildlife and culture. This makes the coin not only a tool of commerce, but also a piece of national history.